was not asked to do. Um, I asked to do this. And the person that I get to introduce tonight is very special to me. Came into my life a number of years ago as a co-worker and very quickly became a best of friend to me. Cancer is no stranger to my family and also to my friends. But in fall of 2013, Miss Lori Impagliatelli was told the dreaded words, "You have cancer." That same fall, in November, she and I ran a 5K together. She is the most amazing spirited woman. She has such a loving family who has loved me and have meant so much to me. John and Matthew and Erica and Jenny, and now Tripp has joined their family as well. And they are just brilliant people. And I, for days, thought about what I was going to say about Lori, and I was jotting things down, and finally I said, you know what, I can do this because I can speak from my heart. Lori, I want you to know that I love you more than anything in this world, and thank you so much for speaking to us tonight about your story and your battle and your victory you will win with cancer. One thing I wanted to say, and I told Tammy this morning, I told Lori when she told me she had cancer that she was going to kick cancer's A word. And I can't say that because we're in the church. But she told me, no, Shannon, you don't know me. I'm a wuss. And I said, Lori, let me tell you something right now. If there is anybody that I know that can kick cancer's A word, it is you. Because you are an amazing person, you are so strong, and I just want you to know that I love you so much. And I also wanted to announce that Brianna T this evening is sick, so she will be joining us at Relay, and she will be doing her poem then. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you Miss Lori Impagliatelli, our keynote speaker for the evening.
that was what was getting me through last year. Personally, things were even better. My husband John and I were getting ready to start on our empty nest. We were preparing, for that empty nest, that new phase of our lives. And on June 15th, 2013, I watched my soulmate, the love of my life, walk my daughter down the aisle to the man of her dreams. And together we watched her and Trip as they started their lives together and said their vows. They're both dedicated teachers. They have like goals and like morals, and we just could not be happier or more proud of those kids. And on a side note, just 2 months ago, they bought a house and are working towards that 5-year goal of grandbabies. So I'm waiting for that one. In July, my husband and I, for his birthday, we loaded up a van and a car and drove, along with Matthew, 21 hours to McAllen, Texas, which is just 5 miles north of the Mexican border, to settle our oldest daughter, Erica, in. She is in a temporary home. It's just temporary, because it is 21 hours away from mommy. It has to be temporary. But she is chasing her dream of changing the world one child at a time, one student at a time. She is with Teach for America. And I'm so proud of what she's doing, but the distance is hard. And then, bittersweet, in August, we moved our baby boy over to Western, and he was living in a dorm last year at this time and pursuing his dream of becoming a dietitian. He is determined to make the world better by making everyone healthier, me included. He's helping us all make better choices, and he's already made a profound impact on my life, and he watches out for me. So, yeah, everything was perfect. Everything was going my way. Except for this lump that just wasn't going to go away on its own, I guess. On October 29th, the day before I turned 46, I was told I had cancer. On November 7th, John and I sat in an office at the Hope Center over in Asheville, and we watched the doctor's face change when he was handed that CAT scan. The cancer had been metastasized. It was in my liver, stage 4, incurable, the whole thing. 5 days later, I had my first chemo, and 2 days ago, I had my 10th and final chemo. When I started this journey, I asked several friends, several of you here, for your stories, and to those of you that generously shared your story with me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I took those stories and I wrapped them around me like armor, preparing for my battle. Your successes, your strength became my strength and my hope. So I thank you so much for sharing. There was one thing that one of my friends told me that stuck with me for a little bit. She told me when she started her battle with cancer that she didn't know how to pray. Thankfully, she did have a friend that did and prayed for her straight through the night. Thank God she is here with us. But what worried me is because I don't think I pray the right way. I don't usually start with "Dear Lord." I don't always end with "Amen." I'm not on my knees in a quiet place. And sometimes my prayers are nothing but just a sentence. Or sometimes it's a 10-minute conversation on the ride home from work. I talk to God whenever and wherever I am when I need Him. And no matter how I pray, I know that He hears me. Because more often than not, He's answering my prayers. And those prayers, they went through some changes over the last few months. When it all started, I had some pretty desperate pleading, and I'll admit there were some angry conversations. The beginning of this, "Please God, don't do this. I'm not strong, I'm not great, I can't do to deserve this? And after feeling sorry for myself for a little bit, those prayers changed too. I started asking God for the strength. If this is the path I have to walk, then you have to help me. You have to be here for me. And after a while, even that changed. I started asking God to make it matter. I want to matter. If I have to go through all this, I want it to mean something. I want it to have an impact. I want it to help somebody else. So I've asked him to let me make a difference. And let me say that my life does matter. I'm not saying my life doesn't matter without cancer, because John and I have raised the most amazing kids. And every day they're out there making a difference in this world. And just by being their mom, my life matters. But I want to do something. I want to make a difference. And he's not told me yet what that is. But be on the lookout, because something's coming. And believe it or not, lately, I've actually been thanking God a lot. I have an amazing life. I have an amazing family. I have wonderful friends. I thank him for the sunshine, and ironically, I thank him for this awful, amazing journey. This journey has helped me to see how blessed I really am. It's brought me closer to God. It's brought me closer to my family. And I am now aware of how many people out there care about me. I've had so many